is going on, guys? Jesse504 here, bringing you my NCP Wi-Fi Week 3 game and my draft analysis, kinda. So, the NCP Wi-Fi League, a bunch of fantastic creators in here. We got offered to replace because unfortunately the Uzi Gunner had to drop. But he left us with a great team and a good record, so yeah, this week 3 game is just a catch-up game because it was a forfeit win, but no one likes forfeit wins, so we are playing it out. And so for this game, I will have to use Uzi's old team, but then starting next week, I believe I get to use my own team for my week 5 game because the week 4 game is already played. This is a week 3 game, but for my week 5 game against Mid Pokemaster, I get to use my new team, and my new team consists of Garchomp, Clefable, Mandibuzz, Slowking, Lycanroc Dusk, Crobat, Chinchino, Rotom-Mow, Reboot, and Carbink. And on the old team, there was no Slowking, there was no Crobat, and there was no Chinchino. But in fact, there was an Uxie, there was Quillfish, and there was one more Mon that I'm trying to remember. But I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. But yeah, so we get the old team and we get the old team for this game, which is actually nice. Some of the Mons I think have great matchups, so we actually take those. But this team is just really strong. This Fairy Dragon Steel Core that can come to pretty much every game, which is fantastic. And the Mon that we used to have, also we had Mian Xiao on this team, but now we have, we obviously dropped Uxie, Mian Xiao, and Quillfish for Slowking, Crobat, and Chinchino. I just thought that the extra top-end speed with Crobat would be nice, and I don't like Quillfish that much as a Mon. Same with Uxie, so I figured I'd grab some more Mons, try out Slowking and Crobat, and then Chinchino's a Mon that I've used before and I've enjoyed. But yeah, without further ado, let's go back and let's look at this matchup. And so we have this week SixftHax, coach of the Durham Druddigons, and his team consists of Zygarde, Tapu Fini, Nidoking, Hawlucha, Bronzong, Silvally, Serena, Sneasel, Manectric, Shuckle, and Volcarona. So his team is really powerful. Zygarde Fini is such a strong core. Obviously people don't like Zygarde with Fini because it likes its status, but Fini can defog its own terrain away, so it's not that big of a deal. And then he also has Hawlucha to abuse the terrain, Bronzong, a reliable steel type, Nidoking does so much every game, Silvally obviously can do a lot, Volcarona is a fantastic Mon with boots now, so it's really threatening, and then Sneasel is just quite good, being able to do so much with his dual stabs into my team especially. So the ones that I see coming, Zygarde, Fini, Nidoking, Hawlucha, Volcarona, and then there's a toss-up. I can see so much of his team coming. So yeah, I'm just worried, and I'm predicting especially a substitute Volcarona, which really scares me, and substitute Zygarde. So my main win con this week, I figured that this Garchomp looks fantastic. I have speed for Volcarona in case that I do need to come in and revenge this thing. But you've got SD, Firefang, EQ, Scale Shot with just a little bit of HP investment, and then pretty much max speed with a little bit in attack. Or pretty much max speed with all the rest in attack, I mean, which is max attack. And we are holding Yache Berry in case Sneasel comes in and wants to Ice Shard us to revenge. Ideally, I can set up before Sneasel comes out, and the Yache Berry is just like insurance for like a Fini or something. And that's ideally what it is. But just in case, I have the Yache Berry if Sneasel is still alive when I'm trying to go for game and it wants to Ice Shard me. But I have a great Sneasel check, so I should be good. Up next, we have Aegislash, holding the leftovers with stance change for the ability, obviously. We got dual stabs and Shadow Ball and Flash Cannon, then we got Toxic, and last but not least we got King's Shield. We are rocking Fizz Def, Aegislash, and this is our main check to Hawlucha. Obviously, it being in the air, so we can toxic it, and then Shadow Ball is pretty unresisted into his team. Good thing to switch into Bronzong as well. That mon is passive enough that we can just kind of kill it with our Aegislash. And then this thing kind of invites in Volcarona, but we can be a little bit safe around that. We have mons to get around it. And then, yeah, but this is mainly just here for Hawlucha or like some random variant of Silvally, but I'm not really sure what it will be. Up next, we have the mon that I was most excited to bring this week, being CLEFABLE. Lefties this week with Unaware ability in case of a Zygarde trying to sweep us or a more importantly Volcarona trying to sweep us. We have this CLEFABLE set with Moonblast, Water Pulse, Soft Boiled, and Toxic, and this set is mostly designed to come in and prevent the Volcarona from winning, because I was most afraid of that mon in prep. I figured it kind of does too much to me for me to just ignore. So we've got Moonblast, Water Pulse to break subs, 100 special attack will break sub of a max HP Volcarona, Soft Boiled for recovery, and Toxic. I want it to be Bubble Beam instead of Water Pulse, but Bubble Beam and Soft Boiled were incompatible because you can only get Bubble Beam in Gen 1. So I have to run a little bit extra special attack investment because I value the 8 PP more of recovery with Soft Boiled compared to having 5 base power more, which is more investment that I could run in Spadef or even regular defense. Up next, we have Lycanroc Dusk holding the Life Orb with Tough Claws. Accelerock, Stone Edge, Play Rough, Drill Run. This is just fantastic into his whole team. So the main thing is if Volcarona can't keep a sub up, it'll die to Accelerock. If Zygarde can't keep a sub up and it's not like setting up spamming Dragon Dances, it'll die to a Play Rough. Drill Run is great for Nidoking and some variants of Silvally if it wants to run like Silvally Electric or Silvally Fire potentially for Aegislash. That could be a thing. But then he's weak to rocks and he has a Volcarona, so I doubt that. Or like really a lot of Silvallis could be weak to ground, although I don't really see any of them coming, to be honest. But yeah, I figured Drill Run is just a nice coverage move to have for mainly the Nidoking because it resisted the rest of my moves. And max attack, I kind of am thinking about switching to Adamant because I'm always clicking Accelerock on a Volcarona, and I should be able to outspeed any variant of Zygarde or any variant of Silvally, and he might not even respect those mon speeds because mine speed tiers are Uxie and Raboot around there, and then Rotom, so he might not even care. But yeah. Up next, we have our Uxie holding a Tanga Berry with a Levitate, Stealth Rock, Psychic, U-Turn, Thunder Wave, and we just want to nail some Thunder Waves on some key mons, potentially Hawlucha, potentially some variants of Silvally, potentially Sneasel, even the Volcarona could be Thunder Waved. And then we got Rocks, which are important if he decides to disrespect my Rocks with his Volcarona and not be Boots, or to wear down some Sneasels. And Hawlucha potentially, break any stashes he might want to run, but he does have some good defog. And then we've got Psychic with the Tanga Berry, is in case he's Nidoking with Megahorn, so we can be able to tank one of those. And we got Psychic, we got U-Turn for momentum, and we're max Spadef to take on most variants of Nidoking. Up next, we have our Quillfish, Final Mon with Rocky Helmet, who'll Intimidate for the ability. Spikes, Liquidation, Poison Jab, and Thunder Wave. I think Spikes are also fantastic to get up this game. Then we got Dual Stabs and again Thunder Wave to Thunder Wave some key mons potentially. This thing can come in on Feeny, but more importantly, it can come in on Sneasel. And if that mon is running Triple Axle, it'll get intimidated and then it'll take a shit ton with the Rocky Helmet. But yeah, this is my team this week, and I will see you guys in the battle. I just wanted to let you guys know that for this battle, there will be no layout. I'm trying to experiment, and I know some people really enjoy just seeing the full game. So that's what I'm just going to give you guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. See you guys in the battle. Alrighty, and we are at team preview. We see Zygarde, Nidoking, Feeny, Silvally, Sneasel, and Volcarona. So we see no, I forget what that one's called. No, what are you called? No Hawlucha, which is huge. It means that Aegislash is really free to do a lot this game. And then, what do I think he will lead? I could see Silvally lead mainly, but I don't know what type that mon is. I think I really want to reserve my Clef for checking stuff late game, and my Aegislash is honestly really freed up this game to not really do a lot. It's kind of checked by a lot of his stuff, so I think I'm fine, actually. No. I think that lead Lycanroc is good if I'm trying to win with my Chomp. Breaking something early seems fantastic. But, yeah. Good luck, have fun. We already said it in the DMs, but I say it anyways again. And let's just get right to it. This is super hype. One of those guys he watched when you were a little bit younger, Leo was, and now getting to play him, it's like full on, like come full circle for me, which is really exciting, really epic. And that is Feeny lead, which is admittedly not the best. Misty Surge, all good, all good. Gotta switch out here. What does he want to go for in the lead Feeny? I'm just comfortable going out into my Aegislash. It's not very useful this game, and it doesn't really take anything from what Feeny would want to do. Maybe it's setting screens. That is something that he could be potentially trying to do with his Feeny. Sorry, I probably sounded a little bit quiet for the start of that battle, and it probably just spiked my audio while I was trying to position my mic. I'm sorry for that, but out comes the Aegislash, and we see him just go for a Surf. That's honestly a no drawbacks play, so we can kind of just stay healthy with our Aegislash and see what exactly he might want to go into. His Ghost Resist admittedly isn't great. It's Sneasel, which we shouldn't be dying to any one hit from. So I just want to fire off a relatively free Shadow Ball. I think that is just my best play. But yeah, it'll be tough seeing what he wants to go for. I need chip on this thing, like, to win with my Garchomp in the end. So it's pretty important. Naruto is the Silvally. He is just Silvally normal. That's interesting. Good play, though. So yeah, Aegislash really just isn't doing much at all this game. I will King's Shield to scout this turn, I think, is my best play. Yeah. And he goes for Parting Shot. That's fine. Terrain is not going to be up for much longer, so we will eventually be able to Toxic something. He does have a relatively free Zygarde here, which is a slight issue, I will admit, but it's not the worst when we have Clef. Oh, he actually goes Nidoking. So we have a Uxie play here, and he can get up his rocks. That seems fine. I don't really have any reason to stay in. So yeah, we'll just go out into our Uxie. And we can potentially grab rocks of our own, which might end up coming fairly in clutch. Obviously, we want to end game with our Garchomp, but I don't think we can do that at all yet. He just grabs his rocks. Fair enough. Do I want to grab rocks or do I want to grab momentum here? Or do I just want to hard Psychic him, honestly? That might be the play here. He could go Sneasel, though, trying to capitalize, so I'm just going to go for a U-turn and see what exactly he wants to do. He switches. Expected. Sneasel. Okay, perfect. Wow, that's like uninvested minus attack. Doing fucking 50. I can Excel Rock you relatively freely. And that'll just let me preserve some health on my Quillfish, but I'm just going to get a little bit aggressive here. He has no reason to stay in and lose his Sneasel for nothing. So what I actually want to do is, what would he want to go into here? I could see Nidoking, I could see Feeny, I could see Silvally. And so I just think that clicking Raw Edge might just be better on anything that wants to come in. Because I don't think he would stay in when there's just like a very telegraphed Excel Rock coming that's ready to kill him. And if he does, I disagree with the play. Okay, he does switch. Is that the Feeny? That looks like the Feeny's name. Yep. Okay. Misty Surge. Big Misty. We connect the Stone Edge, which is nice. Do a good chunk, actually. But he has lefties? Okay. Now I have Aegislash in again, and we will probably go on a cycle until I decide to get ballsier and try to call him out on some plays. Like flash canning the next time that we're in this cycle to try to get good chip on other stuff. And he'll be able to attack with his Nidoking, obviously. And he has Rocks Up, which will start wearing down the health on all my Mons. But like Feeny at this point isn't a good switch in to, what are they called? To Lycanroc. He will just surf again. Fair play. And nothing really wants to take a flash cannon from my Aegislash. But I just want to like get status off on stuff, and Feeny's just preventing that, which is annoying. Status is, yeah, okay. Status is king, but not here when this Feeny's gonna constantly have terrain up. This is uninvested attacks because we are fairly Fizdef to try to counter. He does go Volk here, which is a good play. But we do have our Water Pulse Clef in the back. And of course, Big Misty Terrain is still up. We get the Spadef drop, which is huge, although our Clef is unaware. Anyways. Which we will have to go into right now to avoid. I think he subs here 100% of the time. Like, there's no reason for him not to sub, because that is, I think, his set almost always here. Clef is really, really important for this matchup. But getting our Chomp SD'd up at this point looks really, really good as a win con. We just got to get there with that SD scale shot. As we send out our our CLEFABLE. And Fiery Dance, just raw, straight up. He does get the special attack raise, which is annoying, but it doesn't really matter. He's at -1 Spadef. Probably thinks that we can't really touch him that well, but we can. We always have. We have a pretty free Water Pulse here. He goes for the sub. Excellent. That's why we have the Water Pulse, to break the sub. That is priceless. And we're EV to break sub every time, although he is at -1 Spadef. But like, we knew that the sub Volk was coming. We fucking knew it. Mist is gone. I kind of want to throw off a Toxic here, I will be honest. But what? No buts. I just want to throw off a Toxic. Yeah, simple as that. He just goes for Quiver Dance in my face, although we are unaware. But that'll bring his SwSh back to neutral, which is good, although we will still break subs. And we will nail a Toxic on this thing. If we hit it, we do hit it. Perfect. Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. And now this thing's longevity is almost gone. Pretty much. Even if it is like a Roost variant. Okay. Looks like he's at about 50% health, so at this range, Water Pulse is a 2-co, and he's not killing us, so being able to get rid of this bulk with the Water Pulse Clef is perfect. He just goes for another Fiery Dance. But because we are unaware, we'll still chew, take about the same amount, and then we can start soft-boiled stalling this thing back up. It doesn't look like, or it looks like it'll die to Toxic next turn. So we can just click soft-boiled and be healthy in the end. Perfect, he's still alive. He could have Roost, but I'm fine getting my recovery move off. Yeah, let's just go for the soft-boiled because we won't die to anything aside from a crit. Fiery Dance comes off. This Mon is such a threat, and having it be gone so early, and we didn't even have to sack a Mon to it, is huge. Takes a lot of pressure off of the Lycanroc. Want to thank my boys for helping me come up with this set. This was huge in being able to let me take out this Volcarona. Can cross that one off the list. And I need to note the kill. Clef, KO, Volk, Toxic. What is that Mon? Nidoking? That's fine. We have Uxie again. We do have this Uxie. And if he is Mega Horn, that'd be another great ring. But Water Pulse Clef put in the finest. He is just gonna Sludge Wave, which is fair. SwSh Uxie put in the finest. We can U-turn to grab momentum. We should be slower than any variant of Nidoking at any point. So let's just grab some momentum with the U-turn. He does switch. Fantastic. Naruto, that is the Savali, not the Sneasel. But we do get our U-turn off. Put this thing a little bit weaker. He's gonna have an ice move on here for sure. For Garchomp. He's gonna have, yeah, he's definitely gonna have an ice move. I kind of just want to get some damage off with my Lycanroc. He could be a Scarf, actually. That would be an interesting bring. But I kind of just want to get damage with this, like I said, for like 3 times. I just think that damage off with this thing is fantastic. And he doesn't really switch into it that well. And it doesn't need to be alive anymore because Volcarona is dead. But it just applies a lot of pressure here. Although what? He could be just very bulky, so while he just switched though into the Zygarde. Okay. Whatever I do, don't let this thing get free subs, free setup. We do connect the Stone Edge, which is good. We can click Play Rough now, which will do a chunk to this thing. Definitely won't kill. He's lefties on here too. Yeah. Play Rough. Go. Kind of wish that I didn't bring Quillfish at this point, but Play Rough. We connect. Big. That's putting that thing. It might not even be able to sub if it has that. Glare. That's fine. So we just revealed the Glare. I'll just click Play Rough again at this point, and I can just let my Lycanroc go down. Don't need to overthink anything. What the fuck? Did Joy-Con drift just do that? What the fuck? And we are back where we left off. I'm just gonna click my play rough and try to connect, and he's gonna kill me though. 1,000 arrows, looking clean. This move looks fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic, as we do lose our Lycanroc. But that's fine. Zygarde kills Lycanroc. Okay. And now we have pretty free whatever we want. I think Clef is just the play. We're like slightly lower on a couple of Armons, and he's slightly lower, I think, on his Zygarde and on his Feeny, which is admittedly a little annoying, but it doesn't end up mattering too much. I can just soft-boiled here to get back to full, I think. Like, what's the worst that this thing can do to me? Like Sludge Wave or something? I'm just gonna soft-boiled. He switches, perfect. And to the Nidoking. Looks good. Okay. Kinda wanna go hard. Kinda wanna go hard Uxie again. This thing's getting chipped down, but it was meant for the Nidoking anyways, so it doesn't really matter. It's just repeatedly grabbing me momentum. I think he's gonna want to stop me getting all of this momentum. Just Sludge Waves again. He might go for like a KO on me if he thinks he can get it. Is that a crit? No. Okay, he's probably just gonna attack again. I'm gonna Psychic on the off chance that I outspeed and get to pick up big damage. But if not, we can go out into Chomp to revenge with EQ, or potentially SD on the potential switch out of the EQ. There's a lot that we can do. Because if we SD on the switch, I think we win the game. Potentially. With his Feeny being around 2/3 health. He just Sludge Waves again. Perfect. We have Yachi on Garchomp, so we should be good to live an Ice Beam if he does want to stay in and go for it. And if not, we're fine, I think. Nido kills Uxie. I will SD on your switch. Because you die to an Earthquake, why would you stay in and give me your Nidoking when it pressures the rest of my team very well? Oh, he stays in. Okay. Unfortunate. He might be Shuka then, but he's definitely Life Orb with how much damage he was doing. Ice Beam. Chomp, chomp, chomp. That berry. We should chew this, right? Yeah, we do. Okay. And now we can Earthquake. Damn, I really got over. I got a greedy right there. Really fucking greedy. For no reason. Yeah. This looks like we're gonna have to set up an Age/End game. Or, in all honesty, CLEFABLE can kind of stall everything out. He switches. Hard Zygarde. Okay. EQ. That's fine. And now he does get free Sneasel. But it's okay, we have Quillfish. Got the cheap. And we are helmet for anything that he wants to go on us. We are also intimidate, but he is inner focus. Forgot about that. Knock off. Getting my helmet. Good play. I will just not Dynamax the cool fish. Stop. Liquidation. Bro, my controller is being such an asshole to me. And this is really annoying. Ugh. I fucking hate Joy-Con drift. Let's see what exactly he wants to go out into. He switches, as expected. Naruto is the Silvally. Big liquidation. Doing like nothing. But we do get a defense drop. So I'm fine going for a big P-jab, fishing for a poison here. And ultimately, he has T-Bolt. Okay, so he's special Silvally. Good to know. Good to know. What do I have for this that I want to use? Aegislash is fine. Just getting off a flash cannon onto something is really good. He's probably going to parting shot, in all honesty, but we will be able to reposition after that. So flash cannon, go. Okay. I'm wondering if that Sneasel would have killed me. Probably would have on my Garchomp, but like that's reduced knockoff damage. It was only like base 65 power. But then again, I don't know. He's got flamethrower too. Okay. But we chew. And we get the stance change. Big flash cannon coming off. He's berry, citrus berry. Interesting. Lefties. I will King's Shield to get back some more recovery with these lefties. And also to be able to tank a flamethrower. He probably parting shots here. I'm gonna be honest. But he might not. And on the off chance he doesn't, well then we get a nice turn to ourselves. But it looks like he is Bolt Beam and then Fire Move. Bolt Beam Flamethrower as his coverage on this thing. Unless he's no T-Bolt, but that'd be, or no, I mean no, not no T-Bolt, no Flamethrower, but that'd be weird. That'd be really weird. We get some good recovery off. And now I can go CLEFABLE. And we can Water Pulse on the presumable Nidoking. Switch in. And try to go for Confusion Hacks. Flamethrower, we should chew that very well because we're fairly spadef. Yeah, that bounces. Unless you're like also Iron Head, in which case you're not Ice Beam. But I have a Garchomp, why wouldn't you be Ice Beam? I'm gonna Water Pulse here, predicting that Nidoking to come in. He just raw Ice Beams me. That's fine. Water Pulse. Okay. Cool. I will Blast here. I think he has a pretty free Feeny in his eyes. So he just Ice Beams again. He clearly wants to try to sack this thing off to me, but we'll end up at a high HP. He gets a special, or we get a special attack drop, which is pretty cool, I will heal up once with my soft boiled. No. Yes. Okay. He switches here. Into big Nidoking. Ugh. I think that he's gonna overpredict here. Maybe I overpredict and get lost in the sauce. Because, okay, he does go overpower this turn. Water Pulse. That does a good chunk. Confuse? No confuse. Okay. Cool. I think that Nidoking will probably be able to pick up these last 3 kills. No, it won't. Because it will, but I think we're gonna have to, or he's gonna have to exchange some kills to pressure me with the combination of Sneasel and Nidoking to end up winning this game. But we go Aegislash here and sack this thing off, as it is probably our least impactful member. Take Rock's Chip. He Sludge Waves this turn. We look cool while we lose this game to Nidoking, even though I had my frickin' Uxie. Here, I'm not gonna live an Earth Power, but on the off chance I do, then King's Shield will potentially boost my chances to live one, and we gotta play. It looks like off of his timer, potentially. But we do protect and we do live for one more turn at least. But I don't think that there's a world in which we live a Sheer Force Life Orb Nidoking. Stop. Flash Cannon. Go. Okay. He just Earth Powers here and we will die probably. Yeah, there we go. We lose. Swap. I could try to pull some shit with Scale Shot at this point. I really could. Like, what's the worst thing that happens? He goes Feeny. And I sack my Chomp for nothing? Probably. That's probably what he does. Oh, he goes Type Null. That's big. Letting me get off a Scale Shot. If we connect. 1, 2. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. We got our speed, which is what we came for. And now I can Earthquake to not risk a miss. And maybe we outspeed the Sneasel. We probably won't kill Feeny either way. But Garchomp KOs Sylve. Haku, this is the Sneasel. I'll just Earthquake. He might not be Ice Shard and he might be bluffing. But I think that you would go Feeny if you don't have Ice Shard. He does have Ice Shard. Okay. Unfortunate. Looks like we will pick up a 2-0 loss unless he wants to get over aggressive on me and try to pick up a 3-0 and end up getting himself lost in the sauce. But I don't think he would do that. If he didn't have that, then maybe we would have gotten a little bit farther. But I'm just gonna Water Pulse here on the off chance that he wants to go Nidoking, but he just has P-Jab for me. which, yeah, okay. Damn. I should have moonblasted there unless, yeah. Okay, well, I tried to play to my out, didn't get there, that's fine. And it looks like we will just pick up a 3-0 loss for our welcome game to the NCP. But great game to SixftHax. Fantastic game. A guy that I've wanted to play for a long time, finally being able to, is huge, even though we did end up picking up our loss in the NCP. And stay tuned. I don't know when I'm going to upload this one, but then just know that week 5 will be on the NCP regular scheduled upload day for Sunday, 2 days after my UPA game, and those are both against Mid-Pokemaster. So get excited for that. But unfortunately, we do pick up a loss here. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my start to my run in the NCP. So we end up inheriting a 2-2 team after this game. But yeah, until next time, Jesse504, out.